So this is a video I thought about making for a couple weeks now, and I'm sitting down to do it. This is the last video that I will be uploading to this page, and I'm going to tell you why, because a lot of people have been asking me about the shit, literal shit that's been going on in my life lately. So I'm going to start from the beginning. My name's Kelsey Levancher. There you go, internet. That's my fucking name. It's changing. I'm legally changing it, and everything Levancher related, lava, whatever, is just gonna be killed because apparently I have to for my own protection. Go back to the beginning. Very beginning. My mom got married when she was like 22. I want to say it was August 25th of 1990. And she was born in 67, October of 67, so whatever. I honestly don't even care how old she is because I don't even care about her after the shit she pulled. Her parents didn't want her to get married to my father. She did anyway. They were married August 25th, 1990, and I was born May 25th of 1991. Yeah, it's disgusting. You can do the math. 6 months later, apparently he was a pizza boy and just didn't come home one night when I was 6 months old. Fuck you, Dad. Really, great priorities. I'm sure you found some new bitch to fuck because that's how your life always goes, isn't it? And I'm sure you're gonna find this video because you're now stalking me online, you motherfucking piece of shit. And guess what? Those opinions were my own. No one's brainwashing me. You can't even blame my mother because I'm not talking to that cunt either. So, imagine that. You have no one to blame but yourself anymore. Crazy. Oh, right, but it's still my fault, isn't it? Oh, right. Yeah, it's my fault. God damn me having my opinions. Who let women have those? So, my mom files for divorce. There's a custody hearing because, of course, they have a kid. He doesn't even show up to the custody hearing because, again, he's a piece of shit. I'd always wondered who he was. I'd never met him. I think I'd seen like 2 pictures ever. And just, when you're a kid, you're like, who the fuck is my dad? Where does he live? What color is his house? What kind of car does he drive? All the stupid fucking shit that doesn't matter that you wonder because you're a fucking kid, and that's the extent of what you think about. And I found out when I was about 10, exactly 10, that he and my mother had been exchanging letters when we'd visit my great-grandma, his father's mother, yeah. And, like, my mom would leave a letter, and he'd pick it up when he'd see her. The next time he'd see her, he'd leave another letter, and the next time we'd see her, my mom would pick up the letter, and fuck technology, I guess that's how they were doing it. And I found out, because I'm not fucking stupid, like my entire family thought that I was since forever, like my mother still thinks I am, because she still thinks she can pull shit over on me. I'm not stupid. I've never been stupid, and you fucking know it. So I figured it out. And, I'm seeing this video is probably gonna be like a 2-parter or some shit, maybe 3 or 4. It depends on how much of a rant I go on, because I have many. So I have the chance to talk to him on the phone, and I'm like awestruck. It's my dad. This is the person. This is the other half of who I am. We meet at Kahunaville, and I could never eat at that place again because the fucking memory of being there with him after he decided to leave 3 months later He was around just long enough to celebrate my birthday and bought me this cheap-ass necklace that I later broke into tiny pieces and laughed at, because why should I care about anything you've ever given me? It's not like it meant anything. He had moved back in when I was 10. He and my mom had tried to like get back together, and it didn't work out. And so he, they both sit me on the couch, and he says he's gonna move out, and I'm crying. I thought I was gonna be able to have a family again. I grew up in the suburbs where everyone had their mom and their dad and like a sibling or two, and that's what a family was. But it was just me and my mom. I thought I was finally gonna have what everyone else had, but no. Nope. So he's like, oh, but I'll still call. We'll still hang out. And he never called. I called him a few times, and I think we spoke once, maybe. And then he just stopped answering the phone for me. And whatever. I started to hate him. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? You had the opportunity to redeem yourself, and you walked out again. Fast forward to when I'm 14, and he's begging for another chance. He and my mom had kind of kept contact by phone every once in a while, and whenever he would call, I would leave the fucking house. I didn't want to hear her talking to him, because I knew, because this dumbass can't even have like a conversation, his response to everything is exactly the same. He sounds like a broken fucking record. And it's always not his fault. And it's always stupid. I mean, it's just, you can't even, he's literally the definition of too stupid to argue with. So whenever they would talk, I'd like hang up the fucking phone, or I'm leaving and I don't know when I'll be back. Like, I don't want to hear you fucking talk to him. Of course, I didn't slur at my mom back then. I was still a good kid, despite the fact that I had to raise myself from about 13 on. Never had anything that I ever wanted because my mom couldn't provide it for me, because she decided to take the courts out of the child support agreement when I was 10, and this piece of shit made like one cash payment and then nothing ever again for the next 8 years. Fuck you both for that. You're both fucking... My mother's an idiot, and my father's a piece of shit for that. So she couldn't even really provide for me without the assistance of the government. Thank you, New York State, for raising me. You did a better job than my mother. And he kept begging for another chance. My mom would tell me, he really wants to see you, he wants to try again, he wants another chance. And I'm like, who gets 3 chances? This isn't a fucking fairy tale. There is no prince. There is no happily ever after. He kept begging and begging and begging, and said, I'll give you an electric guitar if you give me another chance. And I'm like, well, I only have an acoustic guitar. I'd really like an electric guitar. What's the worst that could happen? I get a guitar out of the deal, right? Wrong. Motherfucker fucks everything up. My freshman year of high school. Freshman, I'm drinking. I'm not an aggressive drunk. Normally, when I drink, I just fucking sing to whoever is around. And, I'm a really happy drunk. But not today, because I'm fucking pissed. Because I'm so sick of this bullshit. Basically, I was a 90s student. Solid 90s. Didn't have to try to show up. And I was actually trying at this point, and I was getting 45s and 50s on everything. I was failing everything since this asshole came back into my life. Literally everything.